Mark loved movies. Every Thursday night, he went to the University Film Club. For 2 hours, he forgot all his problems. He forgot his hard classes. He forgot his cheap clothes. He forgot the acne on his face. He forgot feeling different from everyone else. One night, he sat beside a girl named Blanche. Blanche loved movies too. She wore old vintage clothes and big glasses. She talked about films with excitement and passion. Mark liked listening to her voice more than watching the movie. After the film ended, Blanche asked him, "So, what did you think about the movie?" Mark became nervous. He gave a short answer and then asked, "How about you?" That was the perfect question. Blanche smiled brightly and started sharing her thoughts. She talked about the characters, emotions, and hidden meanings. Mark listened carefully. From that night, they started sitting together every Thursday. Sometimes they watched movies. Sometimes they drank coffee afterward. Slowly, they became close friends. But Mark was careful. In the past, girls made him feel awkward and unwanted. In a high school, some students laughed at him because he was black and different. So now, he protected his heart. But Blanche felt different. She didn't care if he was cool or athletic. She liked talking deeply about ideas in life. One evening, the film club showed an old movie called Gaslight. The movie was about a husband who secretly made his wife think she was crazy. The lights in the house flickered, but whenever the wife noticed, the husband said, "You are imagining things." After the movie, Mark whispered, "Wow, brilliant." Blanche looked surprised. "Really?" "Yes," Mark said. The husband made her doubt her own mind. Then he became quiet. Finally, he said softly, "I think I've lived that feeling before." Blanche looked curious. "What do you mean?" Mark hesitated, but inside something clicked. For years, he felt watched by police officers. Whenever he walked at night, police cars slowly followed him. But when he tried to explain it, people acted like he was overreacting, like it was all in his imagination, like the flickering lights in the movie. That night, while walking Blanche home, Mark noticed the same police cruiser again. He quietly suggested, "Let's walk through the park." Blanche laughed. "What are you, a wilderness man?" Mark forced a smile. At first, he didn't explain. But 1 week later, the police cruiser appeared again. This time, Blanche noticed Mark's nervous face. Finally, he told her the truth. "The police sometimes follow me," he said quietly. Blanche looked confused. "Why would they follow you?" "Because I'm black," Mark answered. He explained something called carding. Police officers stopped him, questioned him, and wrote down information about him for no reason. Blanche frowned. "That's horrible." Mark shrugged sadly. "Sometimes people make you feel crazy for noticing it." "Gaslighting," Blanche said softly. Mark nodded. For the first time, someone truly understood him. That night, they kissed for the first time. But things changed even more the following week. After another movie night, the police cruiser stopped beside them again. This time, Blanche became angry. She knocked on the police window. "Why are you following us?" she demanded. The officers acted innocent. "We're just keeping students safe." But Mark recognized the fake politeness. They were pretending nothing was wrong. Again, gaslighting. Blanche finally saw it with her own eyes. After the police left, Mark joked in a fake British accent, "Oh, sweetheart, the lights are not flickering. You're imagining things." Blanche laughed sadly. Now she understood everything. That night, their relationship became deeper. But later, alone in his room, Mark became afraid. He worried Blanche would eventually leave him. He worried his complicated life would scare her away. He stared at his math textbook, trying to focus. Math was easier than people. Math had rules. People did not. In high school, Mark had been badly hurt. Students mocked him. Girls laughed about boys behind their backs. Someone even wrote cruel words on his locker. After that, Mark stopped trusting people. He focused only on studying until Blanche entered his life. The next week, instead of watching a movie, they met at a cafe. At first, both were shy. Then Blanche asked gently, "So, do the police always follow you?" Mark looked at her carefully. This question mattered. If she truly understood him, maybe he would not feel alone anymore. He explained how often police watched him while driving or walking, how exhausting it was to always feel suspicious in other people's eyes. Blanche listened quietly. Then she smiled warmly. So, you weren't trying to ruin my shoes in the park? Mark laughed. No. She grinned. But you almost ruined my bed. Both of them laughed together. For the first time in a long time, Mark felt understood. Not imagined. Not crazy. Not invisible. Finally, seen. Ending message for viewers. Sometimes people make us doubt our own experiences. Sometimes society says, you're imagining things, but your feelings matter. Your experiences matter. And finding someone who truly listens can change your whole life.